Hey YouTube, Bikes and Bullets. Welcome back to the channel, and thanks for watching my video. Pulled the tractor up here. It's really dirty. I'm gonna wash it and clean it. I do periodically wash and clean my tractor out here in this environment, having little bonfires, things like that. You get ash, but you got pollen and dirt and things like that get all over the machine. Purpose of this video is to show you something here. Oh, you can see what I can see. Completely wet all through the steering knuckle, or 90 pod, or pod, if that's what you want to call it. At 100 hours, I had a failure, and it takes about 2 hours in any direction to find a dealer for this particular tractor. I love this tractor. It's my first tractor. I have not had really a whole lot of issues with it, as you've seen. I explained a hose issue on the backhoe. That was actually my fault for being complacent, getting off and on the tractor constantly. Let me refresh your memory here. And I still haven't, and yet it's dirty again. But that hose is holding up real nice, but I still have not made my cover yet and lined this with rubber yet, which is something I'm gonna do. Maybe that's something, if TYM America ever watches this video, maybe that's something they could suggest, and just adding a kick plate, something to cover this hose. Or maybe line this with some sort of rubber or something to where it doesn't cut into the hose on the edge. Anyways, if you watch that video, hey, thanks. That was an issue that I was having. But this is not a complaint. It's just basically a design having to do with this guy right here. And as you can see, this little pressure relief cap here, you can see there's a little bit of, dust, which tells me oil, right, has been coming through and maybe clogging this bad boy up. It's important to keep this really clean. If it does get clogged up, it's not going to vent properly, and then you're going to have the same issue I'm having. So, but I have a fix for that, and that's for another video. I just need to measure the threads out on the dipstick, and there's a company out there that makes these venting two-way vent dipsticks for this issue. Should solve it, I believe. And I already checked, by the way, it's not a bearing. I went ahead and lifted the tractor up and did the wiggle test on the wheel on the other side here. So it's absolutely not a bearing issue. It is a venting issue. And by the way, if you haven't subscribed out there to Joe the Farmer and Tony's Tractor Adventure, and gosh, there's Rusty Garage and Homestead. He puts out excellent content on this particular model of tractor. I enjoy all of those videos, albeit when you buy something, of course, other brands, salesmen, things like that, they're selling you something, right? And all brands deserve maintenance. All brands deserve attention. And then there are those out there, they just want to sell it and make it seem like nothing's ever going to fail, right? I bought this as a mechanic knowing there are things going to need to be repaired on it. I love this tractor. My first one, but I love it. Nonetheless, I've gotten used to it, its function, what I'm doing with it. And I'm not mad. I'm not a hater at all. Heck, if you're out there getting yours, get yours. But just keep in mind, and you got to be honest with yourself and be honest with everybody else about what it is that you promote. But you also have to promote the bad. There's bad in everything. So, and I'm not displeased at all. I love this thing. As you can see by that bucket, the condition of it, I use the heck out of this dang backhoe. And it is, again, just for the lack of a better term, badass, right? So anyways, I'm getting ready to clean this up. Before I disassemble anything, I'm that type of mechanic. I clean the heck out of it. I don't put nothing back together dirty. I just don't do it. That causes failures and future problems, and then you can't guarantee what you did. You didn't want to waste your time, right? If your time is free, that's cool. My time ain't free. That being said, I'm not talking about just money. I'm talking about make it worth it. It's only worth it if you work for it, right? So went a little long-winded on this. I'm going to fix this. I have some part numbers for that upper and lower seal, and believe it or not, you can use Bad Boy. I did not purchase these through the seals through TYM. I felt they were a little bit expensive. I mean, 95 bucks for an upper seal, for the upper knuckle seal here, was absolutely just ridiculous. The lower seal, reasonably priced at like 38 bucks. Again, I'll give you the part numbers in my future video. So, but I'm going to go ahead and clean this bad boy up. It's not a bad boy, but I mean, it's a bad boy. And then I'm going to get to work and disassemble the pod and the knuckle here. And on that 90, there's a shaft that runs through, and I'm going to replace those seals. So, but look for that video. I haven't seen it on YouTube yet, as far as this machine for disassembling that hub and the axle. So, but yeah, that's it. I mean, man, I love this tractor. And thanks to Tony and Joe the Farmer, they're doing something a little different out there with the podcast that they're doing weekly now, and I think it's just awesome. They're telling you do's and don'ts, their successes and failures, and that's what I'm actually about. When I bought this thing and I started clearing out my property, it was raw land. I have done so much with this machine. Abused, man, I really try not to. I know some of you, seen me push down some trees with this thing and then the grapple on the front. I'm really not abusing it. I'm not going to bend up the loader on this because those cedar trees, they're not very deep in the ground, number one. Number two, they're really actually, they're no bigger than 4-6 inch trees. So, and this thing does it with ease if you do it right. Technique is everything. Not everybody's the same. Your situational awareness is not the same as mine. Mine isn't the same as yours. Your technique is not the same as mine. Mine is not the same as yours. That being said, it's not what you have, it's what you do with it, right? So, long-winded on this video. Thanks for watching. Look forward to that other video for the part numbers for the seals on this axle, which is a common issue. I wish TYM would do something about that little one-way valve over there, that pressure relief valve. It needs to equalize in there too when it vents. So, all right. Thanks for watching my video. I'm out.